ma'am, for permitting me to speak on this Energy Conservation Amendment Bill 2022. I would like to start by recalling what philosopher Matthew McCallum spoke regarding this. He said, there are no passengers in the spaceship called Earth. Everybody is the crew. It's rightly said that we are all stakeholders in protecting this Earth. We are all stakeholders for a better future. We all have the responsibility. Every nation, every person has a responsibility in protecting and making Earth a better place for the future generations. If you recall, madam, before industrialization in the 1700s, the concentration, CO2 concentration in the atmosphere was like around 280 ppm. But right now in 21-22, it has reached 420, 421 ppm, which is very high increase, and it's going to drastically affect the climate of the Earth. So if you see, ma'am, every year there's an increase of 1.8 ppm in the atmosphere, which is going to increase the temperature. Even temperature increases by 1 degree, it is drastically going to affect the food security of the whole world. I mean, there have been studies which say that even a 1 degree increase is going to affect food production, food grain production by more than 6%. So these are alarming times, and the time for the introduction of the bill is absolutely very important, and I appreciate the minister for bringing this bill in the right time. And I would also like to say that global warming is no longer a theory, it's a reality. We are seeing floods where we don't expect floods. We are seeing the glaciers melt. We are seeing flooding everywhere in all the cities which didn't even expect for heavy rains to be. We have seen heat waves sweeping the country. So this is time for all of us to react. This is the time where we should make amends. So if you see, madam, India is the third largest emitter of carbon emissions, and we are the 7th country which is vulnerable to the effects of this. So we are basically, our agriculture is dependent on glacier water. We are dependent on rainfall. So any change in the climatic conditions is drastically going to affect the prospects of our country, and we all need to make amendments. We all need to change what things we are doing today to protect this Earth. So there are a lot of positive things which our Honorable Minister, the bill introduced by the Honorable Minister, it's like to fulfill our commitments in Glasgow COP, for reaching net zero by 2070, or reaching 500 gigawatt renewables by 2030, or reaching 50% of our energy requirements by renewables by 2030. This is a welcome move, and this bill also helps in increasing investments in clean energy because of the trading of carbon credits, and also like making renewable adoption compulsory for like big buildings. It's a welcome move, madam. And even stronger laws are required to put the system in place, and it's going to greatly reduce the import dependence. If you see our current bill for crude, it is 122 billion, which is expected to double by 2030. Even our natural gas requirement is going to triple by 2040. Even the coal, what we are importing, is increasing year by year. So this bill is very important in reducing our dependence on imports. And we have few suggestions to make, sir. It's good to have strong laws, but excessive force is always detrimental to the growth of anything, sir. In excessive force, I mean to say that clause 12 of the bill, which says 10 lakhs plus 10,000 a day penalty, is very harsh. It should be in a way that we attract the people, or we motivate the people to come into the line of renewables. We motivate people. We show that in the long term they get to benefit from that. And I also request the government to consider international models of cap and trade market-based model, because right now we need to adopt the latest models, what the other countries are doing. For example, like European Union emissions trading systems, We need to develop in similar lines so that we can attract better investments. And in spite of all this, we need proper database to assess the carbon emitted as well it is capped. That is going to motivate all the industrialists, because the proper database is always key, and it's going to be more transparent for people coming to India to invest. And we also require a diversification of sources for raw materials. Excessive dependence on one source is going to hit us. We have seen what's happened in Europe. There were too much dependence on Russia. Finally, led them into trouble. Now the cost of power is almost double or tripled for the European Union, and they're getting into a recession. For example, if China blocks batteries to India, or the cost of batteries is going to double or triple from China, it's going to drastically affect our plans. Sir, I would like to talk about what our young Chief Minister Sri Y.S. Jagannath Reddy has taken up, like the energy obligation of 19%. Andhra Pradesh is doing 22%. We are right in track. And I would like to, one more suggestion, sir, like the GST, we request the lower slabs of GST to be there for renewables, because the increase in GST for pump storage at 18% or even 12% for solar is not good for the industry. We request you to consider reducing the GST to the previous levels. And I would like to say that, sir, Andhra Pradesh is, under the guidance of our Chief Minister, is going in the right direction for this. For example, the world's largest integrated pump storage is being built in Andhra Pradesh with 5,300 megawatt. It's a big thing, sir. It is so huge that it is going to it's going to control emissions almost equal to 3 million cars or 15 million tons of carbon dioxide. So we have 33 such locations, sir. 33 such locations. So I have a proposition to make on behalf of our state, sir. If you see, sir, these 33 locations, we can produce 33 gigawatt of pump storage. And that translates to 120 gigawatts of other renewables like solar or whatever to balance the grid. It is going to highly be cost effective and efficient throughout the country. For example, a commitment made to ArcelorMittal for their factory in Gujarat, sir. They are going to supply with this pump storage, with this green energy, they are going to supply green steel to Europe. So where is Andhra Pradesh? Where is Gujarat? The investment is going to come in Gujarat. The profit is going to come to Gujarat. But if you see, sir, as a country, we are going to benefit. So I request the Honorable Minister to consider supporting for setting up all this 33 gigawatt of pump storage, which is good for the country. For example, sir, 1 gigawatt thermal. So we have a lot of solar which is there right now. For 1 gigawatt of thermal, we require 5 million tons of coal. So if you see what we are importing, we have imported 200 plus tons, 212 tons, 215 million tons of coal into the country. So if the cost what we are spending outside, if you translate that, we can construct this 33 gigawatt of pump storage in our country itself. This is very important, sir. Once we invest 1 year of coal import bill, we will not require any import of coal in the future. So this is, I request you to impress upon the Honorable Prime Minister or take this up, sir, because this is going to be a game changer. Andhra Pradesh will be a hub for the whole country, or it will be a battery for the country, sir. In future, like it's all going to be green energy. It's going to attract a lot of investments. We have natural resources for that. Right now we are doing solar, sir. For solar, we require to import panels. We are importing a lot of things. But for a pump storage, we only require concrete, earthwork, and everything is 100% indigenous. It is part of being like Atmanirbhar Bharat. So it is a big thing. And even like if you imagine, sir, we are buying coal at $120 per ton and we are producing thermal. But in a pump storage, the price is fixed for the next 25 years at 4 rupees. So we are going to save 1 in the import bill of coal, 2 in the price of power, sir. It's going to earn in twice. And even the biggest gain will be in terms of employment, in terms of investments coming to India for supplying green products throughout the world. So I request the Honorable Minister to take a view on this. We have the capacity to build this 33 megawatts. We require your support, sir. we require your support. We need to take strong decisions. We can do this whole 33 megawatts in the coming 2 years. So all the 33 gigawatts, if constructed, will make India self-sufficient without import of coal, even throughout the country also. If pump storages are encouraged, I think it will be a game changer. And all credit for the